Hello and welcome to the Herget Gymnasium for today's coverage of varsity volleyball. Mike Wassel bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as we get ready for a rivalry matchup between Braintree and Weymouth, and a very evenly matched two teams. Braintree falling at Weymouth earlier this season, looking to avenge that loss, and Braintree with a home victory over Wellesley in straight sets in their last home matchup as they try and carry that over into today's match here with Weymouth, the Wildcats and the Wamps. As the lineups are being verified by the officials, and we are getting ready for the opening serve, which it looks like Weymouth will serve to begin. And they will. Wearing their maroon uniforms with the yellow letters, Braintree in their home blue and white. And again, if you are new to watching volleyball, they play best out of 5 sets. So you have to win 3 sets, play to 25, win by 2. And there's 2 referees. One is above the net, which is the head official. The other one has the lines on the far side in front of the scorer's table. And then each team provides a JV player generally who is the line judge in the corners of each court. Obviously, sometimes making some mistakes, which can be overruled by the officials. As Weymouth with the first serve. And Braintree at the net. And they score the game's first point. On the hit at the net by Volpe. And he will now serve with Braintree ahead 1-0. And short with that is Volpe, and Braintree's first serving error, which was a big problem in the victory over Wellesley. Although Braintree won in straight sets, the number was very high. I'm trying to look back at my notes here. I think Braintree had 17 serving errors in that one, but one of the big reasons why, as Braintree goes ahead 2-1 here, one of the big reasons why is Braintree had served so much because they had the lead. So obviously the more serves you have, the more opportunity for mistake. And Braintree 0 for 2 on serves. And those are the 2 points that Weymouth has scored. So Weymouth has not provided any defense or offense, but Braintree has made those mistakes in their own, which is a big part of this game, especially at the high school level. And the libero now for Weymouth getting set to serve, wearing the different color uniform. You see one on each side. As it's played to the net. And Weymouth now with the bump to the far side and off the Braintree fingertips. And Weymouth for the first time scores on offense to take a 1-point lead, 3-2. Short serve, and Braintree had to dive to make that play. And a nice hit and the kill as the net by Lynn, who was excellent in the win over Wellesley. And looks like the referee now going to adjust the ladder here right above the net. And the serve this time is a good one. 3-3 here in set 1. And a nice block by Braintree as Weymouth will get a second opportunity. That was also deflected and set up by Tang. And Doug, and the pass to the far side for Weymouth, as both sides with a pretty decent volley going, as Lynn with a strong hit that again is returned. Sliding play by Wong, kept going. Braintree up and over the net, and that may have been going out of bounds. It was close, and Weymouth not taking any chances. The longest volley I've seen in a while, as Braintree continues to play it over. Who wants the point? 3-3, this would be the go-ahead point. And Weymouth with a nice play. Back and forth we go. Set up by Tang, far side, and Braintree did not get a great pass off there. As it's set up, here is Lynn, and Lynn with the finishing pass. Braintree going ahead 4-3 here in the first set. As that'll play onto the Braintree side. And an illegal hit. That'll be a two-touch. Off the fingertips of Tyler Tang. So Weymouth has tied the score at 4 as Braintree looks to retake the lead. As this one is played out of bounds. As the Wildcats try to go cross court with it. Set up, and here is the hit from Volpe, and a little bit too much on it as it was knocked out of bounds. And we continue to go back and forth, tied now at 5. Knocked into the net. That was mishit by Gao. As Braintree right now falling behind a point, 6-5 here in set 1. Again, best of 5. And Weymouth with a little fallback hit that gets them another point. So it's 7-5 here in the opening set. Braintree looking to respond. It's the largest lead of the match, and Braintree has cut it in half. Back to 1 it comes at 7-6. And Braintree will serve it. So getting the opportunity for the Wamps will be number 9, Ryan Liu. As Weymouth again gets the point with the kill at the net. Substitution for Weymouth. As Wong pushes ahead, set up for Volpe's hit. That was deflected and kept alive by the Wildcats. And again, a partial block by Braintree at the net, and a nice hit by the diving play of Wong as Weymouth is able to bring it back over the net. Weymouth has not made a ton of mistakes early, and Braintree with the kill. Tough ball to handle there on the far side of the court. As Braintree back within a point at 8-7. And the serve is too strong. As Gao with Braintree's now 3rd serving error of the opening set. And things not going smoothly here early for Braintree. Started okay, but since then it has changed, and that's going to be a net violation on Braintree. As they trail by 3. Their largest deficit here of the first set. And if Weymouth scores another point, I wouldn't be surprised if Braintree took a timeout. You get 2 per set, and that will be a Braintree point. As you saw the Weymouth player trying to kick that ball, that is legal, in case you were curious. But it doesn't usually work. Far side, it is out of bounds. And Braintree with consecutive points for the first time in a while. And it's 10-9. Trivastrava with the serve for Braintree. And again, knocked out of bounds. And Braintree has scored the last 3. They've tied it at 10 here in set 1. Set up by Lou. At the pass in the middle, and Braintree with 4 hits on their side. Played towards the net and played up and over. That's a net violation, though. He hit the top of the net. You can understand a little frustration there for Weymouth, but that was clear. You could see the net shaking. So we are tied up at 11 again. As that one well out of bounds. That one hit before it was ready to come down. And we saw it carry too far. Braintree back in front by 1 on the serve from Tang. And again, same result. The coach for Weymouth not very happy with that last sequence. Couple of tough hits there. And Braintree now has taken a 2-point edge. As we'll take a break in the action. 13-11 Wamps here in set 1. As we're about halfway through the opening set, we'll be right back. Plate set to resume with Braintree leading by 2 and serving. And the jump serve again, it goes into the net. As Braintree now with their 4th serving error of the first set. Weymouth has not made a serving mistake yet. Neither side has an ace. Played for Lynn, and Braintree has scored. Braintree back up by 2. They'd love to go up by 3. And a nice block at the net by Lynn. Oh, nice hit down the far side of the court as the Wildcats get the point back. A little deception. Middle of the court, and Braintree again strikes. So Weymouth has used 1 of their 2 allotted timeouts. Braintree has not used theirs, although I was expecting Braintree maybe to think about using it, but then they scored on the next point, so no real surprise there. But Braintree is up by 2. They didn't use a timeout in the win over Wellesley. Long serve by Wong. I still have not seen an ace here as this one's out of bounds. And Braintree with their largest lead in a while as they lead by 3 points. Weymouth at 1 point led by 3, so it's a 6-point swing from the early part of the first set. And that one's going to be well out of bounds. Braintree keeps making mistakes on their serves. It's the only thing keeping Weymouth right now in this game. A nice hit from Gao, but it is played up by Weymouth as Volpe came up with the arms, did not make contact with the net. Braintree continues to enjoy a 3-point edge. A little bit of spin on that serve. And a nice block, double block by Braintree. As it's played back by the Wildcats. And Tang scores for Braintree. And the Wamps now with a 4-point edge. Braintree serve out of bounds. Not sure if that's always a stat everybody wants to keep track of, but that's something I really focus in on, is the serving part of the game, because it's such an important part. As Braintree called for a lift, and it's 18-16. Wamps would like to score here, stop the bleeding. They've given up the last 2 points. And Weymouth then hits it into the net. Far side, that's a tough ball to handle, and that's around the sticks and out of bounds. That was really not a great pass. And Braintree has opened up that 4-point edge again. Looking to win this first set. As Gao with a serve right to the middle part of the court. Played up towards the ceiling by Tang, and now it will be played over by number 4, Ellis Wong. And the two players colliding, and right now communication has been lacking on the Weymouth side. You hear the Braintree players talking it up, and the Weymouth players need to pick up the energy here. And they will take their final timeout instead. A 21-16 lead for Braintree here in the first set, as the Wamps look like they're on the way to a win here in the opening set. We'll be right back and bring you back the remainder of the opening set. Play resuming. And Weymouth with a big swing, but again, a 4-hit on their side, and Braintree closing in on a victory in the first set. Weymouth out of timeouts here in this first set. Here's Braintree's 7th serving error. Opens the door for Weymouth to get a chance to serve here. Set up for the hit of Volpe. It is played towards the far side and played down, kept alive, still played, but it is 4 hits again on Braintree. So Weymouth not going away. Set over to Tang, middle of the court. Weymouth back up and over, and kept alive, and Braintree scoring the point. After Weymouth made such a nice play, they were not able to play defense. So Braintree continuing to dominate here in the first set, up by 5. And not a good pass again, as Weymouth with 4 hits again. And they have been out of rhythm here in the start of this one. It is set point. Braintree a chance to win the opening set. Nice block, and it lands on the Weymouth side, and that's the end. Oh, it did go out of bounds. I thought that one was still in. That must have just, the referee's ladder there has a pad in front of it, and it kind of blocks the view right in front, but maybe Braintree will close it here. 24-19. And Tang is deflected out of bounds. This time it is a Braintree point, and that is the final point of the set. 25-19 is the final score in set number 1. Braintree with the victory, leading 1-0. They'll switch sides. We'll take a break and bring you back the second set after this.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes, 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing, it's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
Welcome back to the Herget Gymnasium, start of the second set. Mike Wasson bringing the coverage here on BCam TV as Braintree leads 1-0. And Weymouth will score the first point of the second set. Braintree 25-19 in the first set. And Weymouth scores the first point of the second set. Tough ball to handle, and Weymouth with their second point. So 2 quick points out of the gates. And this will be their first serving error. So Braintree on the board. 2-1, as Tang will serve first for Braintree. Diving play by Gao. As Braintree with the block. Weymouth keeping it going, and Braintree keeps it alive as well. As both sides with a decent volley, and then miss hit. Braintree serve is out of bounds, their 8th serving error. Down 3-2. And now Weymouth with their second serving error for both sides. Not serving particularly well here in this second set. They have not adjusted the period on the scoreboard, which would signify the set, as Braintree gets a kind bounce off the top of the net. And then that one blocked, and Braintree scores. Serve into the net. And the trend for the Wamps continues. Serving has been a weakness here in this match. And Braintree with a 2-touch as they trail 5-4. In front of the Weymouth bench, they're able to play it over. Braintree sets it up, Tang for Lin, and Lin has that one returned on a strong dig by the Weymouth libero. Far side for Gao, and Gao is out of bounds. Braintree down 2. And an ace for Weymouth. Braintree down by 3. Kept alive. And that one is out of bounds. And Braintree going to use a timeout here, I think. Down 8-4. There's the timeout signaled. And Braintree off to a slow start here in the second set. Up 1-0, but not the way they anticipated to start this second set. We'll be right back. Play resuming, and out of the timeout, that is just out of bounds, as that will be a serving error on Weymouth. Braintree catches a little bit of a break. That was close, but certainly was out of bounds. Anytime, though, that you say out of bounds, that ball better be out of bounds, because that could have been just as easily inbounds. As that's out of bounds, that is Braintree's point, consecutive now at 8-6. They battle back, trying for 3 straight. Nice serve from Wong. Set up by Tang, far side for Volpe. And Weymouth into the net, as Braintree with an 8-7 deficit here, but they've scored the last 3 points after the timeout. Sent to the far side and miss hit by Gao. On the deflection, Braintree has to bring it towards the net. This will be their 3rd hit over, which is successful. And then a nice spot, middle of the court, found by the Wildcats. We now open up a 3-point edge here in the 2nd set. As this one's out of bounds on the serve. Just the 3rd serving error for Weymouth, but that's a big point Braintree needed. Line drive again for Braintree, and nobody there to defend it. Players knowing that that was a mistake that they made. And Braintree with an illegal hit. That's a 2-touch. And just like that, Wamps back down by 4 here in the 2nd set. Sent over for Tang, who powers it through the blockers. Find the open spot. They've looked like a much better team here in the 2nd set, making fewer mistakes, and their hitting has been much stronger. As that one hit into the bench of Weymouth, and Braintree down 13-9, make it 14-9. Still have not signaled for a 2nd timeout. And Volpe with the strongest hit of the set. As that ball, I believe, stopped when it hit the player. Would have just been a lift if the ball was played forward. Just verifying the alignment for Weymouth. 14-10. Braintree trails and serves. And another nice serve. This is an ace for Braintree, their 1st. As they start to come back, down 14-11. And that one out of bounds. So 1 ace, 1 serving error. Braintree now has 10 serving errors. Middle of the court for Lynn, and he's able to get it onto the Weymouth side, off the blocker. Nice serve from Tang. That will be a Braintree point as they have made a little bit of a run. And they're within 2. Another nice serve from Tang. As that one hit off the net by Weymouth. Kept going though. As Braintree with a sliding play. Set up for Lynn, and he hit that one too hard. Got underneath the ball and it carried out of bounds. And a great hit that time. So Lynn responds to the poorly hit ball with one of his best hits and a kill. 16-14. 2-point edge for Weymouth. Braintree up 1-9, and the play was underneath the net for Weymouth, but they did not catch him. I did see that left foot underneath the net. Braintree didn't see it, I guess. Neither did the referee. As that one is inbound, front on the chalk. And Weymouth back up by 4. Braintree's final timeout being used. And they are down 18-14 here late in set number 2. As the Wamps in danger of letting Weymouth tie it up at 1 set. We'll be back right after this. Serve is out of bounds. So Braintree strikes right out of the timeout. Nice dig by Wong. And Braintree trying to score consecutive points. Looking to get within 2. And that one a mile outside and out of bounds. And Weymouth getting the point back, up by 3, 19-16. Serve hits the net. 5 serving errors. Braintree within 2. Trying to make a run now. They want to win the second set. Opportunity is there. Oh, it does carry on to the Braintree side, and Tang could not get the hit he was looking for. Weymouth caught a big break. That ball was close to being an ace. And that ball mishandled. Braintree out of timeouts. And Weymouth 4 points away from victory here in the second set. Much better control this time from Tang. As Gao is blocked, Braintree will play it again. And knocked into the net. (21-18). Nobody there for Weymouth. Braintree plays it over. Sent to the far side. A jumping hit from Tang. And a kill for Weymouth. 22-18. Weymouth tries to tie it up. Braintree trying to take a convincing 2-0 lead. Nice dig from Gao, sent for Volpe, who's blocked. Weymouth with 4 different players up in the front of the net, and that one is out of bounds. Trying to hammer that one in front of the Braintree bench. Now, very close to an ace. As Braintree with the block, and they get it. That was a very nice play by Lynn. That was close. You gotta be careful not to make contact with the net, and he was able to do so carefully. As Braintree within 2, but another serve out of bounds, and these have been killers. That is number 11. And this is not the time for these mistakes here. If you're Braintree, you don't have many points to spare. Now, it is set point. 24-20, Weymouth with a chance to tie it up at 1 set. As that is inbounds, Braintree with a tough pass. Played up and over as Weymouth looks to win the 2nd set. And it falls on the Braintree side. And Weymouth has won the 2nd set, 25-20. So this is not going to be a sweep one way or the other here today, as Braintree and Weymouth now tied at 1 set each as we head to the 3rd set right after this. Welcome back to the Herc Gymnasium, start of the 3rd set. Tied at 1, Mike Wasser bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as Braintree looking for the first point of the 3rd set, and it's Weymouth instead for the 2nd straight set. The Wildcats score first. Right now, the difference in this one, in my opinion, has been the serves. Braintree has not been very strong with their serves. They've had a lot of mistakes on them, and it's opened the door for Weymouth to obviously get that 2nd set, which was such a pivotal set in this match, because if Braintree won it, they're probably on their way to a victory up 2-0. Instead, we're tied at 1 here in the 3rd set as well as overall. At the net, it's played up and over. And the question is it a violation on the net? It is. It is a net violation on the Weymouth Wildcats as Braintree goes ahead 2-1. And a line drive serve that just clears the net. And then the hit from Lynn. Now Braintree off to a nice start here in the 3rd set. Trying to keep that momentum going. Far side, partially blocked, but that's going to be a lift on Braintree. And the serve goes out of bounds, so certainly not the way Weymouth had anticipated to start. They've had a couple of hitting mistakes, including a serving error there. And Braintree now will have the serve. As Tang again will jump serve it, and Braintree with the ace. So 2 aces overall for Braintree. They lead by 3 here in the early part of the 3rd set. Same spot for the serve this time. Weymouth is able to play it back over. As Braintree with the pass to the middle of the court for Lynn. Didn't get all that hit. As they'll try it again. Middle part of the court for Lynn, who is again denied. Far side for Huang. And Weymouth again, keeping the volley going, and that one is into the Braintree bench, out of bounds. As the Wamps off to a quick start here in this third set. Braintree the dominant team in the first set. Weymouth, who won the second set, went through phases of being the stronger team in that second set, but right now it's been Braintree here, off to start, up by 4. And that's inbounds. That is a point for Weymouth. Middle of the court for Lynn, and his strongest hit to this point of the match, a kill. And now Braintree with an ace. Ace number 3 total here in the match, and Braintree with a 5-point lead, 8-3. Played across, and now Gao. Set up by Weymouth, played back by Braintree. Front of the net, and that's inbound by Lynn. The line judge putting his hand up as if the ball was out of bounds. That was clearly inbounds, and that was inbounds by almost 1.5 feet. The referee obviously changing that call quickly. As Weymouth will get the kill. Pull within 9-4. As the serve is out of bounds. Wong ducking out of the way of that one. Excellent serve by Braintree. And that one out of bounds. Wildcats making too many mistakes here in this third set. As Braintree's opened up their largest lead here today, up by 7 at 11-4. I'm surprised that Weymouth has not used a timeout. Oh, nice block. That was Volpe. As much as Braintree's dominating this third set, you wonder where they lost that energy in the second set. Could be looking at a sweep here, but instead, Braintree's trying to go up 2-1. Another block. This one has to be over the net, which it is. As Braintree will set it up for Gao. Gao has it off the blocker. Braintree now up by a score of 13-4, and a timeout taken by Weymouth. And all Braintree here in set 3. We'll be back for a quick break. Play resuming, Braintree serving. Up big here in the third set. And another Braintree point. Roger Wong continuing to serve for Braintree as they lead by 10. And that one is out of bounds again. Too many hitting mistakes by Weymouth. They're not getting the proper arching on the hits. Everything is continuing to go in a straight line instead of downward. The trajectory obviously not there, and neither was that on that serve from Wong, as Braintree with the serving error. Weymouth returns the favor. And Braintree serve again is out of bounds, and that's 2 straight now. 13 total serving errors for Braintree as they lead by 10. Played towards the net and the bounce over, but it is a violation on Braintree for a lift. Chance for Gao, it was blocked. Sent back towards the net by Braintree, blocked again. And that will be a 2-touch. A lot of spin on that one. 17-7 Braintree. And the hit from Tang is returned off the blocker. Sent back to the front of the net for Braintree. Another chance for Tang. And another return. Up and over the Braintree blockers. And a tough ball there to handle for Huang. Drive serve, set up for Braintree, and Huang mistiming the jump, and it's 17-9. It's Braintree with an 8-point lead, but Weymouth trying to at least get some momentum back. Another chance, and again, Huang denied at the net. And Braintree really a little bit lackadaisical there, running around a bit. Weymouth within 7. And another 2-touch, as Braintree might want to use a timeout here, and they will. As Weymouth all of a sudden has made some noise, and they pulled within 6 after Braintree had a double-digit lead. And we'll take a break in the action. 17-11 Braintree here in set 3 in a 1-1 match. The serve goes out of bounds off the timeout, and that is the second or third time now here today we have seen that for Weymouth right out of a timeout, and it's almost always been after a Braintree timeout, so you wonder if that is kind of like icing the server. As the serve goes out of bounds, both sides with serving mistakes out of the timeout. 14 for Braintree, 9 now for Weymouth. And another one. How often do you see that? 3 consecutive serves go out of bounds. Braintree up 7-19-12. And make it 4 straight. 15 total for Braintree here in the match. As neither side right now playing good volleyball as far as the serving goes. Pass to the front for Liu. He was rejected at the net. And a nice dig by Wong. Nice play by Braintree. Back part of the court. 6-point edge for the Wamps. And another dig. And both players running into each other, but it does work out for Braintree. A lack of communication, though, on their side as now Weymouth makes a nice hit. Long volley. Kept alive by Braintree. This one has to be over, which it is. Front of the net for Lynn. As that again will be brought back by Weymouth. Back part of the court, kept alive by Braintree. And Lynn hammers it home. took long enough for Braintree to get the point, but they do it. And Lynn had a couple of attempts that time, leaves no doubt. Oh, nice serve. 22-13, Braintree by 7. Far side of the court, played up and over. Seen a couple of interesting hits from Weymouth over the shoulder. Certainly not the conventional way you would expect to see it, as Weymouth with a net violation. And Braintree with an 8-point edge as they close in on a victory here in this third set. Looking to go up a 2-1 advantage. Another good serve along the line. Has to be over the net, and it is. Good hit from Wong. He's played strong from the Braintree libero position, and that one is out of bounds, and Weymouth just run out of gas here. Made a good comeback to get within 6, but since then things have gone downhill. This one's played right back, and here's a chance for Braintree as Gao with the point. And it's all Braintree. Doesn't look like Weymouth wants to use a timeout here down the stretch. Looks like Braintree's just going to have a chance to close it out. Kill for the Wildcats, getting a point back. And they cannot really afford any mistakes whatsoever here down this end of this match, which they do here on a serving error. Now it is set point. So a chance here for Braintree to close it out here in the set. Far side, played over. Braintree will play it back. Gao onto the Weymouth side. Middle of the court, and Weymouth will keep the match going here in this third set. Another opportunity here on set point, and it's hammered down, and Braintree finishes it off 25-15 here in the third set as the Wamps go ahead 2-1 here at home. And they're on the way to a potential another victory here today at Braintree High School. We'll be back for the fourth set right after this. Back here at Braintree High School, start of the fourth set. 2-1, the Braintree lead. Not many changes on either side. As this one is played out of bounds by Weymouth. And now the serve is out of bounds. That's 16 serving errors for Braintree. Tied at 1. As that one played up and over, and unfortunately hitting the pipes up above the ceiling. So Weymouth scoring, going ahead 2-1. Braintree sets it up for Lynn. And Weymouth with good control of that one. Ball up very high in the air, and that made it difficult for Braintree to play it. As they now trail by 2, it's 3-1. And Braintree with a diving effort by Gow, but Weymouth has a 3-point edge early. Again, it's been a difference in sets. Braintree with set 1, 25-19. Weymouth with set 2, 25-20. And all Braintree 25-15 at set 3. But Weymouth starting off strong in this 4th set, knowing that they have to win to keep the match going. That one's knocked out of bounds, and Weymouth up by 4. Does Braintree want an early timeout? That's the question. And miss it by Weymouth as Braintree catches a huge break. Weymouth scrambling a bit, trying to set up their defense. And the serve is out of bounds as the trend just continues in the wrong direction for Braintree. 17 serving errors, a number that really has to improve. And that ball is out of bounds in front of the Weymouth bench as Braintree down by 5 in a big surprise here in this 4th set. Set up for Lynn, and this time Braintree scores. Tough ball to handle, and that is 4 hits on the Weymouth side. So Braintree down by 3 with consecutive points. Another good serve from Huang, and Weymouth trying a little mysterious hit there, and the only thing that fooled was the net, and the net went right into it. And Braintree now with a 2-point deficit. Now it's back to 3. This has not been a good start for Braintree in this 4th set, but still plenty of time left. And Weymouth gives a point back. Still plenty of time left in this 4th set, but Braintree right now trying to make a run. They trailed by 5 at one point. This one goes off into the stands off of Braintree. Played cross court, and that is out of bounds. Braintree is down by 4, 10-6. They'll take their first timeout, one of 2 used, potentially here in this 4th set with Braintree down 4. We'll be right back. The serve and the timeout. Again, Weymouth with the serving error. That just keeps happening. There's Braintree with an opportunity. try and get a little bit closer. That is inbounds, and Weymouth scores. Back and forth. Braintree down by 4 points. Far side for Tang. Good return by Weymouth. Played up and over the Braintree blockers, off the net. Kept alive, and that's going to go out of bounds. As Weymouth scores again, they go up by 5. Weymouth battling back in this fourth set. Off the net, kept up off the floor by Braintree and sent back up and over by Wong. And that's out of bounds, no touch by Braintree. That was a big point. And that serve would have been close if Weymouth let it go. And this one played up off the ceiling and down. Braintree gets the point and now trail by 3. And Gao is short this time. (19) serving errors. Braintree down 4. 13-9. Set up at the net for Volpe. And Braintree again gets the point back, but now it's about making multiple points in a row. Substitution for Weymouth. And out of bounds it goes. Braintree trying to force the opponent to make the mistakes, which is what's been happening the last couple hits. And serve. That goes into that. That's the 20th time Braintree has had a bad serve here in this match. And they're back down by 3. And a miscommunication on the Braintree side. That just can't happen there. Not in the fourth set. Down by now 4. Score says 14-11, but I could have sworn it was 15-11. And Braintree will not get the point. And again, it's knocked out, but no deflection. And the serve is out of bounds, so Braintree gets point back. That is 14 now. Served out of bounds by Weymouth. Braintree needs to make a run. It's getting late in this fourth set. And out and over, but out of bounds. Weymouth has not used the timeout yet, but they might have to be forced to use one. Nice serve. And that's going to be a 2-touch. As Braintree's within 2, 16-14. And the serve is out of bounds. continues to make mistakes on serves, and it's preventing them from closing this one out right now. Set up at the net, and a sliding effort by Weymouth, but no, over the net. Every serve so important now for the Wamps. A nice block at the net, and then forced over, but out of bounds, and Braintree all of a sudden within one. Chance to tie it. Line drive serve that is played back at the net, deflected over by Braintree, and that is a Braintree hitting foul. Oh, Wong, a lucky play there, as both sides sliding for the ball, and Braintree, well, look at that. That was not intended by Huang, and Braintree catches a huge break. He just happened to have his foot there, and that was lucky. He did not intend to do that, but Braintree will certainly take it. That is a huge swing in this game, as Braintree pulls within one, 18-17, and that might be a momentum-changing play in this match. We'll return with Braintree down one here in set 4. Play resuming. And another two-touch as Braintree has tied it up at 18. Weymouth using a substitution, and that did not work. Right off the serve, Braintree targeting the player that just entered. Somebody's got to want the ball if you're Braintree, and they do get it over the net. 18 apiece. And another two-touch. Keeps happening for the Wildcats, and they're making really big mistakes here late. And Braintree with a chance to steal this fourth set and finish it off. Played up and over the net by Weymouth. Set up to the far side for Gao, and he plays it over, and Braintree up by 2 as Weymouth starting to look pretty down on themselves here. There just hasn't been that communication that you would like to see if you're the coach for Weymouth right now. They just don't seem as energized as the Braintree side. As Gao hammers it down. And Braintree with the kill. And now trying to put the finishing touches on this match. Still some work to do though, if you're Braintree. 21-18, and Braintree serves have been much better, including an ace. Fourth ace here of the match, and Braintree starting to open up a comfortable lead late. Here is the set, and Volpe scores for Braintree, and it's all Wamps now late. After Braintree trailed by as many as, I believe, 6 in this set, they have a 5-point lead now, so either a 10 or an 11-point swing, whichever Braintree had, whether it was 5 or 6-point lead. This has been really just a crazy turn. As Braintree's serve is short, and their 22nd serving error makes it 23-19, as Weymouth really cannot afford any mistakes, especially on the serve. And they got a big bounce right off the top of the net, as that's an illegal hit by Weymouth. They made contact with the net, and the coach said you can't do that. The player didn't understand, but you cannot do that. And Braintree now with match point. Chance to end it right here. 24-19 on the serve by Liu. And into the net it goes, And that does it. 25-19, Braintree with the win in the fourth set, and they win 3-1 overall here today as Braintree with a nice win at home. Consecutive wins here at Braintree High School, 25-19 in set 1. They lost 25-20 in set 2, and then finished it off with consecutive wins in set 3 and 4, 25-15 and 25-19 overall. 3-1 victory here today over Weymouth, and Braintree again with consecutive wins at home, Wellesley and now Weymouth. And the Wamps making some strides in the right direction as we've passed the halfway point of the season, and Braintree playing some good volleyball here at home as they win 3-1. That'll conclude our coverage here today. On behalf of our camera person, Justin Turpin, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.